Hello, I'm Big Tall Wayne, and today we have a Grizl on the stand. This is the Grizl CF8 Escape with ECLIPS. It's one of the only modern bikes that comes straight from the manufacturer, ready to go for your next adventure. Let's talk a little bit about the differences between bike packing, bike touring. Some people call it adventure touring. Call it what you want. The only thing that matters is you didn't make it home that night, and that was the plan. One of the most important things if you're headed out on an adventure on your bike is to make sure you have a good set of strong, reliable wheels. This Grizl comes equipped with DT Swiss GR 1600 wheels, which gives you a DT Swiss 350 rear hub, laced to an aluminum rim with 24mm internal width that'll fit the nice fat tires you want to put on there. And then up front, we have the Son dynamo front hub that's been integrated into the DT Swiss 1600 wheel system, both of which feature straight pull spokes, which is a huge advantage for bike touring and bike packing. Straight pull spokes are much easier to lace into the wheel without removing your cassette or your brake rotors. You can simply lace the spoke straight through the hub, dial it into the nipple, and you're ready to go. It's true that straight pull spokes are slightly less common than J-bend spokes, but I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a trick here, how to turn a J-bend spoke into a straight pull spoke. I've ridden thousands of miles on homemade straight pull spokes. It's not the best option, but it is a reliable option. With adventure in mind, we've got cables, not wires on this one. Shimano GRX 800 series rear derailleur paired with an XT mountain bike cassette. 1052 range paired with the 40-tooth front chainring actually gives you a wider range than most 2x systems. You shouldn't take shortcuts, and bike companies shouldn't either. That's why Canyon put genuine Shimano parts all the way down to the bottom bracket on this bike. This is Canyon's full Mounty cockpit. You see what they did there? It's got mounts for water bottle cages, everything mounts, or kind of anything you can imagine to mount underneath here. You can also still put a GPS on there, and there's plenty of room for different hand positions. We've got an 1.8" steerer on this fork. You can put whatever handlebar and stem you want on this bike. You could mount We're going to look into the ECLIPS system, which is Canyon's integrated light charging battery system on this bike. A lot of the material is in the down tube here, so we're going to see if we can get in there and take a look at what's actually involved. On other Canyon models, this in-frame storage can be used for tools, spares, spare tube. Canyon has what's called a tool snake that can go in there. On this model, it's where they house all their electronics for the ECLIPS system, which we're going to dig into a little bit here. The first thing you'll see is this Lupine battery, which apparently is enough to charge a modern iPhone 2 times, roughly 1.5 to 2 times. And then my main thing I was curious about, these are waterproof connectors that they've got connecting everything together. That allows the communication between the Son dynamo front hub, the Lupine battery, and the Lupine light. So the internal battery that we just showed you is also connected to a USB-C charging port here that can be used to charge your devices while you're on the road. Most generator hubs have to have a wired connection to the bicycle. This one doesn't have any wires, and the hub communicates with the battery through these electrical contacts that are actually built on the inside of the fork legs. So There's no wired connections on the hub at all. Let's take a look at the seat post and seat clamp. The seat post on this bike is a standard 27.2 diameter, and the seat clamp is an external seat clamp with the integrated built-in taillight. For the Grizl, Canyon also made a series of integrated frame bags. These are size specific to each size Grizl. So there are 7 different Grizl sizes. There's also 7 different frame bag sizes. It uses magnetic mounts to attach the bag to the frame. 3 points of connection right here. And you can see the connection on the bag here. This is your release. You may be asking why there's a gap behind the bag. There's 2 reasons for that. One is it slides back to remove, and the other one is there's a port here for a hydration hose, which you can run inside the bag. A tool I'd like to feature in this video are my parallel jaw pliers from Knipex. These guys are made in Germany. Knipex is actually German for good tool company. Incredibly useful. I'm shocked how frequently I pull these pliers out. These guys aren't specifically made for bicycle work, but you'll find them in almost every professional mechanic toolbox, as well as some just regular toolboxes. Couple quick facts about the Grizl. It's front and rear rack compatible. It's also fender compatible, but if you're running fenders, you can only fit 50 mil tires. You've also got mounts everywhere for water bottle cages, everything mounts. I think I can fit 8 water bottle cages on this bike if I really wanted to. We've got bumpers on the bottom of the fork legs like we've seen on a lot of new Canyon bikes. We've also got UDH, Universal Derailleur Hanger, compatibility on the back, which makes it much easier to pick up parts if you need. And there's clearance for 54 millimeter tires or 29 by 2.2s.